Well, where have you been?
Everybody, hello! Oh my god, what's happening with my dress? I've got this crazy dress on. Guess what? It is Saturday video 52. We have not done one since last September. Hello everybody, we've missed you. We have.
It's been a busy time.
So,
we've done a lot of things since we saw you last.
I know. Today's Saturday video is going to be about my yoga cleansing retreat at Pearl Laguna in California.
Which is about an hour south of LA. Your Laguna Beach, Newport Beach, Dana Point, these are beaches and areas that look like, in your mind, what the Beach Boys wrote all their songs about.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. Really
so
beautiful.
What happened, everyone? Can I put that arm down and so I can lean forward?
Not much has changed since we saw you last.
Okay, this is a new dress. This is a Camilla dress. It's been Fashion Week here and I've been supporting Camilla, so I'm not dressing up for the video. I'm actually just come from a morning tea. You can look on my Facebook for those pictures. Okay, so the thing was, I honestly thought that I had reached an age, being 47, where I just was accepting my weight. You know, I was putting weight on and I honestly thought, well, I'm getting older, my metabolism's changing. This is what it's going to be like, you know, I just have to accept a few pounds. Gee, it's hard to lose weight. I mean, didn't I say all those excuses?
And
seriously?
I saved her. I saved her.
He did. We've all said those excuses.
I saved her. Let me tell you what happened. I said, why don't you go and do... Nah, not going. I said, why don't you go up there? Nah, not going. So I rang a friend of mine. And this particular friend...
Keep talking, I'm checking we're recording.
This particular friend said, well, I used to know the guy that ran one in Malibu called the Ashram.
Yes,
and the
Ashram
is a serious boot camp. Anyway, he set up his own called the Pearl Laguna. His name's Geo. So anyway, we did a bit of investigation, and the only way I could get Megan to go was to tag her, because we went to the States.
Because I thought if I go on a holiday, I don't want to just
relax.
Be eating vegetables.
We went to the States just after Christmas and did the normal routine we do. And then when Zoe and I, and we were with Zoe's boyfriend, left the States at the end of January, we left Megan with Megan's girlfriend, who would be the only girl that she would do one of these boot camp retreats with.
I actually think she was. Now it would be different.
The two of them, so I said goodbye to them at the hotel. I thought kind of sad because she wasn't coming home on the plane with me. We sent the two of them. Holy smoke! We sent the two of them off, and away they went. Now, you can say what happened.
So,
in summary, first week, how many pounds?
No, I'm going to answer everyone's questions because I don't want to cover all that. But everyone, if you're sitting out there as I was, whether you've got like 100 pounds to lose or 5 pounds to lose, I am here to tell you it's possible, and
Absolutely.
I did not think it was.
And it's nothing.
I really didn't.
It's nothing to do with your age, and it's nothing to do with anything else.
It's really not, everyone.
And let me tell you, at the
Pearl Laguna, I might have to play this back to myself.
Look, I'm telling you, she keeps over talking all the time. At the Pearl Laguna, they reprogram you.
Yeah.
That's what happens. They get you to think differently about food and about what's good and about how much is enough and about daily exercise.
Yeah.
You become reprogrammed.
It's fabulous.
And so what happened was, Megan was there, she was initially going for 2 weeks, and I said, you know what, if you're making headway and you're getting traction and you think you can get the job done, stay there for a month. And after about 2 weeks, I got lonely and I missed her, and I thought...
He did, everyone. I
want to go too.
Tell them the truth, because what happened...
that's the truth.
...was when you're there, your life is very regimented. You know, you're 6:30 yoga, 7:30, and he could never catch me.
Well, time difference as well.
Yeah,
you know,
so that was hard because we couldn't communicate as much as we normally do.
So what happened was,
he missed me.
I thought to myself, you know, all these clients that I've got, which I dearly love my clients, that they can't live without me. I thought, you know what? And I made the decision on a Monday that I was going on a Tuesday. So I just
no one ever dies wishing they'd gone to the office more.
I just booked it, jumped on a plane, and left here Tuesday morning. Arrived into LA
just for a quick
Tuesday morning, and then
no,
he's gone, and then went straight down to Laguna. And after getting off the plane, having flown all the way, put my running gear on, and went for a 3.5 hour hike. And
he was amazing.
I was into it.
Do you know what was really annoying? I'd been there for 2 weeks at that point.
2 and a bit.
And I thought that I was going to speed up these hills and just beat him and really show him. I wanted him to be so impressed. And you know what? He was on fire.
I was full of mojo.
For 2 days. And then I beat him for the rest of the 2 weeks. Girl power, everyone. Girl power. I had the sustainable energy.
You did pull a bit of grunt out of somewhere. Obviously.
We were always in the pack, front of the pack. Anyway. I've got loads of questions from you guys, so we're going to answer them.
We've got short time. We've got very short time, so go.
Oh, I'm sure we'll be short. You know us.
Well, we can.
Okay, Jill said, I'm here. Hang on. Oh, no. Okay, hang on. Where are all the comments? Okay. Heather, how did you find the food? Were you hungry a lot? You know what? We'll both answer this separately because we both had different experiences. I was not hungry. There was one night when I thought the meal was a little bit small, and that was the vegetable stack. And I was a bit hungry. I went to bed a little bit hungry, but it wasn't like, oh my God, I'm just going to die hungry. It was just like, I could have had another piece of that.
The food was spectacular.
Yeah.
The food is tasty, stunning, gorgeous.
Yeah.
And we all had a pact at the table that we were allowed to lick our finger and swipe our finger around the plate to get every last little caraway and sesame seed.
So I found that we ate slower.
I was a bit hungry, but the point about it is you've got to be a bit hungry.
Yeah.
And if you're doing all the exercise, we did 3.5 hours of hiking, 2 hours of hiking. Food's beautiful. I was hungry.
I found I ate slower because I was savouring every mouthful because apart from it being delicious, there wasn't very much there. So you kind of savoured it and you went a bit slower. And you didn't want to be the first to finish because then everyone still had their food and then you'd sort of be looking at their food.
Megan didn't have any Whispering Angel rosé, no 3 or 4 glasses of that.
I'm a huge
no chocolate,
drinker.
no chocolate or pavlova after dinner. None of that. No coffee, no tea. No coffee, no tea. Well, let me tell you, if ever I order a dessert and I'm out with Megan and Zoe, I get the thinnest wedge if it's a shared one in the middle of the table. What's the next question?
Okay, so Heather, I wasn't hungry. Oh, okay, and one more thing. I was most hungry in the 3rd week because I came to know all the meals. And in the 3rd week, everyone thought it might have been because I was building more muscle. And by the 3rd week, I was working really hard. So when we did the hikes, I was actually, in the flat bits, I was actually running in between the hills. So maybe I was hungry because I was working out more.
There you go. Keep answering the questions because we're not going to get through it.
If you were hungry, this is from Anne, if you were hungry, what were you allowed to eat and how much of it? Unlimited seeds, for example, haha. Seriously, you weren't allowed
you ate what you were given. And so you'd eat breakfast and you would have maybe half an apple or a third of an apple. And
Paul secretly, look, if you're slim, there was a young 16-year-old girl there who needed more sustainability than what we were eating, and so they made her extra shakes. Yeah. And a couple of times they put some nuts in the room for Paul. But really, you didn't eat that much more. You had a shake one day with some honey in it or something.
But anyway, so let's...
So no extra food.
No extra food. And that's the point.
Well, I didn't have any.
That is the point. You know, you're there... They know what they're doing. They give you all the food groups. They cover it, and they give you really high quality food. I didn't even cheat
on the weekends. On the weekends, you kind of, because everyone leaves on the Saturday. You've got Saturday, Sunday.
New group Sunday. A new set of victims.
Yeah, Gaynor and I got talked into doing a juice fast. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, but you did it.
I did it every weekend. It wasn't that bad. It's amazing what you can do.
I got to rush her today. We're on a timesheet. I got the producer over here holding up signs saying, "Come on, come on."
Tina wants to know. She switched from traditional water to bottled water. Did Pearl Laguna mention anything about the safety of drinking out of plastic bottles by chance? Yes, they hate it.
Yep. And
they think don't drink it. Don't even drink juices out of plastic. They have glass.
They have a special thing. They ionise the water.
Alkalise.
Alkalise the water, and then of course the lemon water first thing in the morning. Yes, don't drink out of plastic.
Yeah, don't drink out of plastic, but of course we all do it sometimes. You're at a concert and you're thirsty, so it's not the end of the world. But I think what's really bad is when
you have... in the car, gets hot, and you leave it in the car for a week, and then drink out of the plastic because it permeates into the water is what we understand.
Shelley. Hello, Shelley. Shelley said she loved the Pearl posts, and she said, I sense you wanting to stay longer and longer in LA. Would you ever consider a move? Do you know what? We talk about this. Like, as, when Paul, I don't know when you're going to ever... fade out of business, but one day when Paul is working less, it would be fun to sort of stay over there for, I was going to say 2 or 3 months, I've just done that, how hilarious, but it would be fun. We love LA, and I actually think that I've made enough connections there now that I could probably duplicate my life there. Hang on. I think that, there's so many things I do. I mean, I wouldn't be able to take all my beads over, but I do think that, let's say I could pick up this house and put it in the middle of LA, and I could do my jewellery and I could, do all that. I think I could still do my YouTubes. I think I'd be able to get backstage at some stuff, and I do think I could duplicate my life.
Look, the answer is yes, we can live in LA.
But Melbourne's home, and we're never moving from this house. I tell him that all the time. I'm not moving from this house. So, yes, we'd love to go there for like 6 months or 3, 4 months. Wouldn't we? Tracy! She wants to know what took us so long to make a Saturday video. I don't know, because we love making them too. I love hearing from you all. So I'm sorry we've had such a delay.
Megan had to make sure her hair looked good before we did the video.
Okay, stand up. Stand up and just kind of don't go too far away. Stand right behind me. This is for Tracy. Here's a moonwalk from Paul.
Moonwalk?
A moonwalk. She wants to see you moonwalk. There you are. I knew if I told him what to do, he wouldn't do it. Okay. And she likes it when you do a jig too, you know, like you did in the Irish video.
That's in Oregon and that's in Dublin.
Okay. Tina said, I was just thinking how much I missed your Saturday videos.
We're back!
And she thinks that we're going to answer all the questions anyway, so we're just saying hello to Tina.
Hi.
Christine said, how did you find your flexibility increased with all the yoga? How did my back hold up? Because I've got a prolapse disc with nerve impingement down my leg. I'm not more flexible, but I find that I'm stronger and I'm really enjoying yoga, so much so that I've been doing yoga every day since I came home.
Definitely, I'm more flexible.
Are you?
Yep. And
I have to be careful with my back still.
Definitely much stronger.
Yeah.
All over. And I feel better when I do it.
I feel better when I do it too.
I've been doing it probably more than 4 times a week.
And I'm not good at it, everyone. It's not like I get there and I'm one of those bendy people.
But yoga is about doing the best you can for you, not about comparing yourself to the next door person.
Yes, that's what I really learned with Geo. Geo said everybody's different, and he said, you know, some people are never going to be able to do certain moves because it's just not how their joints are. And when he said that, I went, yes. So when I couldn't do a lot of the forward bends,
you just do the best you can with yourself.
Yeah.
And do you know what? I used to think that yoga was like putting on a caftan and smoking marijuana.
I've got the caftan.
A bit alternative. And I'm telling you, it's not. And yoga is hard, but yoga is all
very
about
hard.
All your joints and the strength and endurance and flexibility and back.
I've just found a new hot yoga that I'm doing every day, and I like the hot yoga. And I go in the mornings. I actually love it. I do.
So
it's a really nice start to the day. I go at like 6:15 or 6:30, and then Paul and I have breakfast.
Keep going. Yoga is brilliant.
But no, Christine, I am not more flexible, but I'm finding that I'm doing the stretches that you always say to me I should do.
It's bringing relief to your back.
I think it is.
And as your back gets better, I think you'll become more flexible.
I also really liked the hiking shoes that I wore. I bought some of those Tragic Merrill shoes. They're very ugly beige things, but gee, they were good.
It's funny how women look at shoes. The hiking boots are effective and work well. It's not how they look. Can you
I
put
love them.
Can you put lipstick
do you know what?
on?
I'm going to wear them when I do my walks around the block
boots?
because I like them because I haven't had any problems. And when I've started walking and getting my regular fun coloured shoes, I'm getting a bit of a sore back. He's making me move. Okay. The highlight and the low light. The highlight was getting on the scales on that last day and realising I had lost about 20 pounds, which is about 8 kilos. It was
a bit more than that, and it was closer to 10.
Also, the food
but you put your pants on, and you've lost inches off your waist. They measure off your arms, off your chest.
It was just realising I could do it. It was a major achievement. But that was the highlight.
The answer is I thoroughly enjoyed the whole thing. The low light was one day we had torrential rain and we were walking up a road, a very steep road, because you couldn't go hiking because the parks were closed.
And it was our last day and we wanted to burn as many
calories. We really wanted to go
as
hard. And it was the heaviest rain in California for 2 years, and coming down the road, it was like rivers running down the road.
Literally, I'm going to put it on a video, you'll see it.
That was probably the low part of the trip.
Because I was quite cross, because I thought we should have had
But had there not been
contingency
that rain,
plan,
had there not been the rain, really there was no low part.
No.
I'm telling you, it's the best investment you could make in yourself.
Yeah, so the rain, I was a little bit grouchy with the rain because I really had expectations of what I wanted to do.
No complaints about Pearl Laguna itself, the place.
And you know what else happened? This wasn't a low light, Tippy, but I had this thing after the first week on the Saturday, and everyone was leaving, and Gio put on this song in the yoga, What a Feeling, or I don't know, something,
Anyway,
yeah, something like that. Anyway, we were all kind of dancing around the room, and then Gaynor said, everyone's going today, and I went,
here we go. This
and
is a Sheila thing. This is a Sheila thing.
I just couldn't stop crying, but it wasn't really because everyone was going. I think I'd been feeling a little bit on the verge of tears for the whole week. Hang on, let me tell you.
I was there for 2 weeks and I never burst into tears.
This is my serious part of the talk, everyone. Because I am not a crying person, and you know me. You always say, oh, why are you so happy all the time? And so it was a shock to me to have this like wave of crying.
6 minutes to go.
And I went into my room and I could not stop crying. And Katricia, who's Gio's partner, wife, hugged me, and she was very motherly and lovely. And she explained that people have all these feelings and all that sort of stuff. And it was quite amazing to experience. And I went to my room, I could not stop crying. Of course, I'd lost the plot. But you know what? I don't know what it was.
6 minutes to go, quick.
But apparently a lot of people do feel that with yoga and massage and different things.
How many more questions have we got?
I'm not telling you.
Because?
Stella, hello Stella, she just wants us to say hi. Hello Stella. I really appreciated everyone's comments. Stella was one of the people who really commented a lot when we were away. And I really looked forward to hearing from you, and I loved the support that you all gave me, because it meant a lot, didn't it?
I've got to say, Megan documented it pretty well too. There was maybe 500 odd photographs. So you get, because I wasn't there for the first 2 weeks and I could see everything, and I thought, gee, this looks like fun.
Did you?
Yeah, well, all those things, the houses on the beach and up the hills and all that sort of stuff.
Okay.
So you did document it well.
Jill wants to know, would you do it on your own? Would you go?
No problem.
Would you?
Yeah, I mean,
I didn't know. That's a good question.
I'd rather be there with you, but I could
Minus
do it.
the lemon water. You hated that lemon water.
I still do it.
I still do the lemon water, everyone.
But yeah, I could go on my own, no problem.
Could you do it for a month? Or did you just do it with me to be supportive of me, she said?
A month for me on my own without you would be hard.
You couldn't do it, he couldn't do it.
But if I was there with you, I could do a month.
Yeah. I could do a month again, but I think 2 weeks is really amazing.
But you know what? There wouldn't be anything left on me if I did it for a month. 2 weeks would be plenty. I mean,
okay. If you could change one thing during your stay there, excluding the Paul lemon juice fiasco, what would it be?
Nothing. Nothing.
Just that rainy day.
Yeah,
no, nothing. I loved it.
They've got a formula that works.
And the first 2 weeks there was only 6 people, and the last 2 weeks there was 12, and I enjoyed the experience of what that was both like. Our first week was amazing. We had a very good dynamic of people, or maybe it's just because it was my first week, but
you know,
I liked everyone. I did not like anyone.
The people that take you on the hikes are full of energy and full of beans, and they've got the right marbo. The girls in the kitchen are spectacular. Like I'm telling you, the cooking is like spectacular, and it's clean eating. So no, they got there, and the massage people are spot on. Everything's spot on.
Sharon says, "Hello, Sharon. How?" She says,
"We both look
taut, slim, and refreshed. How will you incorporate the Laguna message into everyday life over the long term?
Or
have you found it's not really sustainable?"
It's happened. It's 100%. Megan's been reprogrammed. One, she eats a lot less.
I've lost about a kilo this week.
Yeah, eats a lot less too. She doesn't.
I'm not as interested in meat. I'm more interested in vegetarian.
3, she's changed her eating habits and style.
Yeah.
4, she's increased the amount of yoga and exercise that you're doing.
Do you know what today, everyone? I went to this
6,
fashion week.
You're having the lemon juice. Like you've changed quite a few things.
I'm not having coffee.
You're not back.
Not drinking as much.
You're not back doing what you did. You're doing it quite differently, and the weight's still coming off.
So at the fashion thing today, it was a high tea, and they had all these little cakes, and there was some gluten-free things, and I actually had a couple of them. And then there was this thing like a little chuppa, but it was white chocolate with salted caramel inside with a pink heart on top. And when it said it was gluten-free, I thought, I'm going to have one. Well, after I had those 3 little tastes of things, that's the first sugar I've had. I've had fruit, but I haven't had anything sickly sweet like that since I left, well, for, several months. And it made me feel a bit yucky. Even though it was delicious, I don't hanker for that.
So, fair to say you're reprogrammed. It's reprogrammed.
I'm institutionalised, everyone. So yeah, I really feel like I can do it. The other thing I'm still not doing is, they said not to drink while you're eating. So when you eat, you don't drink water, wine, milk, coffee, nothing. You just have your meal. So what we do now when we go out, because I do like a glass of rosé, and I don't want to not drink ever, but I'll order the glass, and then when the meal comes, I'll stop drinking, and then at the end I've still got some left, and then I finish that. So the maximum I would really have these days is 2 glasses, but I've really been getting by on 1, haven't I? And last night we didn't drink at all.
I'm glad. I'm happy to report that she still has some vices, though, luckily.
Yes. So I think it's totally sustainable, and I really feel like I have made a massive change. And I've been using a lot of recipes from Lola Berry's 2020 Dark Cookbook. I love it.
Clean eating.
Yeah, it's fabulous. I might do a few on video.
We've got to go.
For you.
You
No.
coming?
Jess said, what's the most shocking and a surprising thing you learned about nutrition? Jess, I learned that I was eating way too much protein, and I'm a real meat person, so I love, you know, you've seen me when I go away and I have like one of those big steaks and you will laugh, but I never thought that I would love vegetables and eating salads so much. Really.
And sugar is the enemy and poison, and
I
because
sorta
it's
knew
addictive,
that.
because it's addictive, and the more you have, the more you want.
Yeah.
The amount of salt, the amount of fat, the amount of animal product, and you don't need as much dairy.
Dairy. That's
You don't
right.
need as much dairy.
So they said to me that goat cheese and goat milk and goat yogurt is more
Digestible.
Yes, that was a word I wanted in the human
I know.
stomach, because a goat's intestines and all that is more like ours than a cow's is. So that's an interesting thing to know, and I'm really not that interested in that stuff. I'm not interested in it at all.
Next one.
She said we both look fabulous. Thank you. Linda said, will we be incorporating the 5-2 diet into our routine? Because I was doing that 5 days on, 2 days.
Don't need to.
No, I'm not going to. I don't need to, because I'm eating so well and I've got it down, I think.
Yeah.
So no, Linda, I'm not. But it's not that I don't think that's good. Will you continue, Joanne, hello Joanne in Perth. Will you continue to visit the Pearl Laguna, or did you pick up lifelong messages that negates the
Probably
need?
an annual event.
Yeah, because I think we all start, look, we're fresh out and it's only been a month and everything, and I do feel like this is sustainable. A lot of it will be in my head forever, but I think it's good. A lot of people do go back.
It's like having a motivation pep talk. You know, you can never have too many of them.
Yeah.
And going along, maybe just reprogram you again.
Yeah.
So maybe an annual event. Stay
so.
tuned.
I think so. Maybe we could have a Jewelchic Pearl Laguna trip and everyone could go. Wouldn't that be fun?
It would be.
God, that would be fun. We'd all be talking though, not walking enough.
Come on,
wouldn't we?
Like now.
Mel said, hi, I want to
Mel,
know how
hey.
you can, Mel from the radio,
Mel
whose
D.
radio show we go on, yeah.
I know.
I want to know how you can adapt what you learn to a busy life. That means you're pretty much working long days and most weekends.
We get
just
up
as we
early.
said,
We get up early.
It's all possible.
And, well, completely revise your cooking.
Yeah, in fact, sometimes it's
And
quicker to make what
you're
we're
drinking,
making
yeah,
now.
you're cooking and you're drinking, and we get up earlier and do it, and we just keep the organisation, because once you get in the groove and the weight starts falling off, you actually don't want to become bad again, because you're motivated, because you're moving in the right direction.
Yeah. Is it pricey for 1 week? I'm very interested.
It's about, I think it was between 4,500 and 5,000 a week.
I think it wasn't it 4.2?
So,
Roughly. For something.
For something
So,
a week.
no, it's not cheap. It's really not.
But you know what? It's cheaper than staying at the Four Seasons for a week. And I'll tell you, you come out.
Yeah, but not
feeling
everyone out there is going to
fantastic.
do that, because we've got a lot of
just
people
making
who. So I
jest
know
of it.
everyone. I know that that's not affordable for some people. I understand that, because it's just not. You know, and we're lucky that it has been affordable for us. But if you're out there and it seems expensive, but you could afford it, and you're thinking, oh, I don't want to waste that because I'd rather go on a trip to Hawaii or something.
And eat pizza.
You know who I'm talking about out there, because I have told one of my friends to do this instead of taking a trip somewhere. I think that
It's about 30 of them.
I think that money would be better spent getting your body and everything, because you just feel so great.
We've got to go. I'm
really
going.
do.
So,
where are you going? He's going out for dinner without me. Hang on.
Quickly. Sorry, guys, we've got to go, because if we don't get there, they
Sarah
don't have
also
bookings.
asked, is it expensive? Hello, Sarah.
There we are, we've answered
Paul, are you
that.
enjoying your morning lemon drink? Now
No.
you're back in Melbourne?
No, I'm only having it sometimes.
You already knew that's Melanie.
More often than not. More not than often.
Yeah, I have it every day.
Yes.
And Zoe is too.
She did last
Ray
week.
said she loved the food photos. Everyone pretty much asked what I wanted. Do you find not having red meat, fish or chicken, has definitely helped with the weight loss?
Yep.
I do.
Next.
I do. And now if I was having it, I'd only have like that much.
Go
I'm
on.
not interested. Isn't that funny? I'm just not interested.
Quick.
I'm
trying to hurry her along. She
Did
doesn't
they
do it.
recommend a certain quantity of fruit to consume daily? Can we eat too much fruit? Yes, we can.
Yep.
And they didn't give us a lot of fruit. Like in the sushi, for example, when they gave us sushi with avocado and mango, there was just like tiny little slices of mango, probably no more than a quarter of a mango.
Small serves, probably 1,200 calories a day, all totaled.
And when we go on our walk and they gave us like a snack, it was like, you know, play lunch at school in the little waxed paper
It
bag.
was maybe a quarter of an apple sliced with it, maybe
Very
a little bit
thinly.
of nashi, and some days we got 5 almonds.
One day. That's only on Friday.
And then twice, Gio met us halfway on the hike, and we got 1 date.
One day.
So really,
You got 2, I think, one day.
It's because I was begging and I tried to get 3 and he said no.
She said, is there any certain types of fruit such as... But no, they didn't say that, but I know that we didn't get that either. So I think there's more calories in bananas and mangoes and things like that. So they didn't give us anything like that. I think on the first day we arrived there was a juice that had banana in it and then that was cut off.
Okay.
Okay.
We've got to go. See you.
No, we don't.
Quick.
We're nearly there.
Quick.
Elsa said, during your stay, was there ever a time when you weren't hungry? Elsa, I really wasn't hungry that often.
Elsa, I was hungry all the time.
Were you?
I was,
all the time?
Yeah, because I could always eat more. You asked the question. I can always eat more.
Sam says, have we given up alcohol since leaving the retreat?
No, but drink a lot less.
What's everyone's opinion on alcohol intake? Is it really, really fattening?
Of course, It's full of sugar and it's full of shit.
And
it
you know
makes
what,
you
it's
feel
bad
shit,
for you.
and it goes straight on. So you pay the price. You pay a very...
means that your liver doesn't function and work as well. So your body has to deal with that before it can deal with the food. It's a shame, really, because we all like it.
And it's accumulative. And you know what? Yeah, you pay a big price. So
try doing the just not drinking
one or 2 days a week, and then don't drink the others.
Kathleen,
and drink less.
What was the most inspiring thing you've taken away from your stay?
Well, we've covered it really.
I think so.
Weight loss, exercise, discipline,
just the whole
amendment
plan.
of the diet, all of that, the whole plan.
Paul, what is it about yoga that you felt you struggled with the most? Jen wants to know. Flexibility and strength, but I got a lot stronger. You don't like those downward dogs on your shoulders, do you?
No, I'm good on that
I don't mind
that. I got a lot stronger. Probably flexibility, but I'm happy to keep working on it because if I don't, I'm going to be in trouble. So it's the solution for longevity for me.
Christy said, I would love to be able to do something like that one day. Good, well you will, just aim for it.
Focus.
Do you find it hard travelling with gluten-free? No, I don't. I think you can make it very hard on yourself. If you want to look for the trouble, you can, but I just choose to...
We went to a restaurant, just a quick one, last night, and it was called Mama Sitta in the city in Melbourne.
So good.
And we said, vegans, gluten-free, everything on the menu is gluten-free except one thing. No problem. And you know what? You learn the food, it's easy.
Christy just said her daughter was diagnosed as a celiac when she's 2 and she's 4 now. We find it pretty good to handle most times. It's just when we're out it gets a bit difficult. You know what?
She'll learn, and there is definitely, you know what? I mean, I probably eat just about everything that Megan eats, and so I'm almost...
Paul's pretty gluten-free now too. And you know what? Gluten's not that...
Here's my Sharon.
Okay, everyone, guess what's happened?
You'll never guess.
It's the next day. We haven't just decided to change wardrobe.
I think there's something spooky going on. Megan can't find things on her computer, and videos have disappeared, and on one computer they're there, and the other computer they're not.
Paul.
Yes.
No, everyone, when we went to answer the last questions, because we had what happened yesterday when it abruptly came to an end.
Which you won't pick up on the edit, just the change of outfits.
So good. No, what happened was the camera card got used up, and that was fine. But then when I went back to Facebook to find all your questions again, they're gone. Gone. So I don't know what's happening. But I do remember that we were up to Christy, and Christy asked, was it hard to eat out with gluten? And I was saying no. And then I got cut off when I was just about to say that gluten is not really that great for anyone. So, you know, most people are better off without it. And they were saying that at the Pearl Laguna too. In fact, all the meals at the Pearl Laguna were gluten-free. What are you looking at me like that for?
Well, why not?
He's a funny little one, isn't he? Anyway, I met Christine here today. She's a lovely lady, isn't she? I'll put a video up after this. I have known her for 7 years through YouTube. And we'd never met. And I've watched her start a business, grow a business. She makes caftans. And they're beautiful. She's done a good job, hasn't she?
Megs is on for a chat, can you tell? She just wants to start.
I've got a full card now. I've erased it. We could go on for like hours if we wanted to.
But we won't.
We won't. We've got a big family dinner tonight. All the photos will be on Facebook. Our nephew's
We've
just
got
got
a wedding. Yes.
Yeah, it's so exciting.
And there's so many women crushed that Lockie's now engaged to be married because they were all hopeful.
He is a good-looking guy. Rachel's gorgeous too. We love her. It's great when you get a new family member that you really like. So, we're really thrilled, aren't we?
Yes, we're hosting the bit of the family dinner to get to know them all.
I get to see her ring for the first time because they got engaged when I was overseas.
Nanny and Poppy Pete are coming over, and Max and Zoe's boyfriends and girlfriends and all that stuff.
So everyone, I'm really sorry if your little last questions didn't get answered, but I'm sure we've covered it.
Don't let that deter you. Keep the questions coming.
In conclusion, in conclusion, well, not on this topic at the moment, but in conclusion, regarding the Pearl Laguna, our cleansing retreat, we loved it. And I cannot recommend it highly enough. And I know, we both know that it was an expensive thing. And I know that some people won't be able to afford that at this point. But if you were keen to put these things into your practice yourself, go back over. In fact, you know what I'll do? I might actually make a blog of all those posts so you don't have to go back on my Facebook page. I might put that up on my website soon so you can just actually go through and read and see the photos, because the food was amazing. And if you just get like a sense of the size of the food and maybe get some ideas. And Lola Berry's done this great cookbook called, hang on, where is it? I'll go and get it because it's so good. We met Lola. We really only met Lola because, I don't know, because I found her on YouTube or something and I really liked her, and now Zoe loves her cooking. This is her cookbook and I love it. There's lots of, my favourite thing this week has been the rainbow detox salad. I had it 3 times and I actually lost weight this week. So things like that, to have a few nights a week where you are vegetarian and you are eating less and lots of vegetables is great, isn't it? I'm really loving it. So maybe, you know, if the Pearl Laguna is not on your agenda and you can't get there, you can still do it, but make sure you just eat less.
Do your own home Pearl Laguna.
Yeah, and let us know how it goes, and cut back on your portion sizes, or get someone else to put your meal on the plate for you so that you don't put too much. Because I'm the first person to admit that I would have found it very hard to cut back on portion sizes before I was subjected to it. You know, that they put the meal on your plate, that's all you get, that's it, finished. I would never have served such small portions for myself, and now I have learnt my lesson.
Goodbye.
Oh, goodbye everybody. See you next time.